Let's talk about self-sabotage. If you have ADHD, I guarantee that you have struggled with this. You're probably already experienced you probably already experienced it. You just might not have had the words to describe it. So let me help. Self-sabotage is literally the actions we take to prevent ourselves from achieving a goal. But when you have ADHD, it shows up in unique and frustrating ways, often as intrusive thoughts or avoidance patterns. So today, I'm going to break down how self-sabotage looks for those of us who have ADHD, why it happens, and 3 strategies I use to combat it. So first, let's talk about how self-sabotage shows up when you have ADHD. It usually kicks in when we start stepping too far outside of our comfort zones, when we're actually doing things we said we were going to do. At first, it feels amazing to check those tasks off the to-do list. But when something happens, you start thinking, what's next? What do I do now? For us, there's always something on the back burner. Something we forgot to do, aren't doing, or don't feel like doing. And because we're not used to everything going smoothly, our brain finds ways to pull us back into that chaos. It's like our comfort zone is the chaos. Does that make sense? So instead of continuing to move forward, we self-sabotage. We make excuses to avoid what we know we should be doing. We might compare ourselves to others, wondering why they can get so much done and we can't. Or, if you're like me, you feel guilty. You feel guilty when you're productive. Like you don't deserve that success. And that guilt stops you from doing even more. So here are 3 things I practice to combat self-sabotage. They aren't perfect, but they do help. So 1, stop comparing yourself to others. I know, easier said than done, but remember this, everyone is dealing with something. Someone else's life might look perfect, but their struggles could be way worse than yours. Comparing doesn't help, it just keeps you stuck. Number 2, don't be embarrassed about what works for you. If you need sticky notes all over your house to remind you to brush your teeth or to start your day, just do it. If color-coded planners or apps help, use them. Don't let the fear of what others think stop you from doing what you need to do to thrive. Lean into productivity, even if it feels uncomfortable. That's number 3. When you get to that place where you're achieving your goals and it feels too good, remind yourself that life isn't perfect. Challenges will come, but for now, you deserve to feel proud of what you've accomplished. Everyone feels rewarded when they check things off of their to-do list. So why shouldn't you? Alright? So now that we all know what self-sabotage looks like and how to work through it, let's hold each other accountable. Make sure that you leave a comment. Let me know how self-sabotage has shown up in your life. Which of these tips do you think will help the most? Personally, in my life, the way that I have self-sabotaged the most would be the times where I have this problem. I don't know what you call it, but I have this thing that I could be on the way to do something like, let's just say, work out. And if someone comments and says, oh, I think you need to start working out, or hey, let's start working out. It's something weird about it. Like it's like they're telling me what to do, or they're demanding that I do that. I don't know if anybody else, if you know what I mean, but like, have you ever sat at a stoplight and you are at the red light, right? And then the light turns green. And you have someone behind you honk the horn immediately, like they were waiting to honk the horn. It makes you not want to go right away. Like you were gonna go. You just couldn't, you just didn't have enough time to take your foot off the brake and put it on the acceleration. But just because they beeping the horn, now you want to sit for a little while. I don't do that anymore. But I kind of used to do that. Because I'm like, what do it's just, I don't know. So anyway, how that shows up in my real life and my important part of my life is, I'm going to use exercise for example, right? I have this thing where, I don't know, it's like family members, like when I started to gain weight, I gained weight from stress, I gained weight from just being overwhelmed and overworked. And so it wasn't lazy. I've just never been a lazy person, right? I've never been a person who's just not wanting to do what I had to do, but I just didn't take time. I just really didn't put myself first. I put my kids first. I put other people first. I didn't really put myself first. So like, I was just so pre-consumed with other people and helping a friend out, helping a family member out, taking care of my kids. I just didn't focus on myself. It was really that simple. And my eating habits were bad. It wasn't really that I was eating too much, because I really didn't. It's just that I'm getting older. My metabolism has slowed down. I work from home, so I'm in the house a lot, so I wasn't really getting active. I wasn't really going outside a whole lot. Then when I did eat, sometimes I wouldn't eat all day, and then when I ate, it's just like I'm stuffing it in right before bed, just whip up a meal. I'm hungry now because I haven't eaten all day, and I only eat once a day, and that's at the end of the day, right before bed. And so just so many different bad habits, but it was never a issue with like discipline or anything like that. I mean, I guess you can kind of say that, but like it really wasn't that I'm just like stuffing my face with all this food. It was just like a combination of things, and I gained a lot of weight. And when people would mention it, like before someone ever mentioned it, I'm like, I'm going hard. Starting on Monday, I got a walking pad, I have a treadmill in my bedroom, and I'm like, I am gonna walk on my treadmill every single day. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm working out. And then when somebody would come to me and say something like, oh, you're gonna, I can start walking with you. It's just like, skirt. And I put it on hold because I'm like, no, you don't get to tell me what I'm going to do. I was already going to do that. I don't want to tell them. I was already going to do that. So I just let it be, and I let them, say what they had to say. But that's self-sabotage. You can still, even if you decide not to work out with them, even if you decide not to do those things, don't let them make you stop. I have family members who want to take credit for my hard work for different things. I have exes who have said things about me, and it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you, and me showing them, I end up showing myself, because I wasn't getting it done. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But just be productive. Keep your to-do list. I hope that made sense and I wasn't rambling. I do that sometimes. Those of you, if you know, you know. But make sure that you are doing what you need to do for you to accomplish your goals, to get these things done, to make sure that you are putting yourself first and putting your coming up with structure and routine and just knocking out all your goals. Don't even pay attention to anybody that's watching, because at the end of the day, let them talk. People are just gonna talk, and it's just, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Right? So those of you who have ADHD or have ADHD symptoms, I hope that you can find the right tools, and I'm here for you to help you find the right tools and us, each other, to build a community where you can share your resources and I share my resources with you so that we can overcome this. It is, I'm going to speak for myself because everybody looks at it different, but for me, it's a blessing and a curse. I think it's a beautiful thing that I am so creative and have so many great ideas and just I'm empathetic and I'm just all these great features, characteristics that I have because of the ADHD, but just the same, there are so many things that hold me back from reaching my full potential because of it. So I am on a mission to change that and um, and to take all the necessary steps to improve that and to help others who are struggling as well. And it's not just about the struggling, and to amplify and highlight all of your great qualities that you have because of ADHD. All right. So thank you for watching, and remember, you deserve to feel good about all of your progress, no matter what that looks like. Take it day by day, and I will see you next time.